Welcome back. We will see about the EC2, that is Elastic Compute Cloud, in this video. Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, that is EC2, is a part of AWS cloud computing platform. A user can create, launch and terminate server instances as needed, pay as you go for active servers. EC2 provides user with control over the geographical locations of instances that allows for latency optimization and high levels of redundancy. EC2 is one of the most popular services offered by Amazon Web Services. It comes in infrastructure as a service. Amazon's EC2's simple web service interface allows you to obtain and configure capacity with minimal friction. It offers the broadest and deepest compute platforms with choice of processor, storage, networking, and operating system. It provides the renting virtual machines, auto scaling group, elastic load balance, which comes to use for distributing load across the machines, and elastic block store, that is EBS, provides storing data on virtual drives. Let's see on AWS Management Console page for EC2. Here you can see that I am already on it and logged into the Mumbai regions as it is nearby location to me. I will just search for EC2 here and go for it. See guys, here it is showing that I am using the following Amazon EC2 resources in the Asia Pacific Mumbai region. If you see here, right now there is not a single instance running in Mumbai region, even not Elastic IPs and all this shown here because we have not created any instances yet. You can see only one security groups that is created by default. Once you click on it, you will get to see the details about it, like security group ID, security group name, can see here default, right? VPC ID, owner account number that you can get to see under Gyani @Tech Lab user account from here. Even you can match it and from the root user accounts as well. Also, you can see here one inbound and outbound rules default settings. I will show you that below here. Just scroll it down. Yeah guys, here you can drag it up and down to manage the view page. Here in details you will get to see as we have seen above, and in inbound and outbound security rules you can see here the type, protocol and port range is set to allow for all traffic with source and destination. Security groups control how the traffic is allowed or denied into or out of our EC2 instances. All inbound traffic is blocked by default and all outbound traffic is authorized by default. Security groups are acting as a firewall on EC2 instances to regulate the following this, like access to the ports, to control the inbound network from other sources to the Amazon instance, and to control the outbound network from the Amazon instance to the other. Okay, before going to EC2 dashboard, here I would like to show you old EC2 user interface, as I am in new interface now. If someone like the old EC2 interface, then they can work on that interface as well. Just we need to switch it to old and new interface. Anyway, I will go back to the new interface and will move to the EC2 dashboard to launch the new instance. Yeah, here we can see that Amazon EC2 instance is a virtual server in the cloud and will launch in the Asia Pacific Mumbai region. As I am into the Mumbai region, no doubt. Before launch the new instance here, we'll see the zones name, that is availability zones in Mumbai regions, right? Here you can see that AP South 1A, AP South 1B and AP South 1C along with zone ID as mentioned here. You can check the events and service health before launching the instances also. As you can see here for Asia Pacific Mumbai region, the status is operating normally. If you want to check the status of others regions, then you just need to click on here service health dashboard and you will get regions wise to check the current status of all regions AWS services. Now we will go to launch the new instance as everything is normal and operating fine. I will go to click on new launch instance here and we are now in new page. Here you can see the Amazon machine image, that is template which contains the software configuration, the combination of operating system, application servers and applications. The combination of these all require to launch the new instance. As shown below, you can select as you want or would like to prefer. Here you can select an AMI provided by AWS, AWS User Community or the AWS Marketplace. But I would say in free tier accounts, you only go with free tier eligible AMI. You can select Amazon Linux, Red Hat, Ubuntu, MS Windows Server 2019 based operating systems. Here you can get more free tier eligible to go with. I would like to go with Microsoft Windows Server 2019 base for now. Okay, here on second step, we need to choose the instance type. Amazon EC2 provides a wide range of instance types optimized to fit different cases. As you know, instances are virtual server which can run applications. They have the combinations of virtual CPU, memory, storage, and networking capacity, and all which gives the flexibility to choose the instance type according to needs and requirements. Here you can go with free tier eligible, that is T2.micro type. It is completely free for first 12 months following after your sign up date, and with this you will get up to 750 hours of micro instance each month to use. Not bad. When the free usage tier expires, then you need to pay as standard pay as you go service rates, which provides minimum 1 virtual CPU, 1 gigabytes memory, including EBS for instance storage in GB, which supports IP version 6 and low to moderate network performance. Now we will go to click on configure instance detail for the next step. Here you can see the number of instances. You can enter here more than one instances as you want, so it will create more than one for you at the same time. You can go to create a new VPC for your network to select your own IP address range, subnets, routing tables and gateways. If you know about the network very well, then you can create it. But I would go with the default for now as it is my lab. Just go for default settings for subnet and auto assign public IP. If you want to create a domain, then you can go to create a new directory here. I'm okay with this now, so we'll go for next. IAM role can automatically deploy AWS credentials to resources and select the instance profile which contains the IAM role. I haven't created IAM role yet, so we'll not go with this. Rest all will leave as default settings. About the user data, I will show you on my next video in details. Now I will go to the next step to add the storage. By default, we get 30 GB size of storage in general purpose. This is the type, which is a root volume type, and it is not encrypted by default, but can encrypt this if we want, and delete on termination. Good one. Here on this page, we can add the new volume as well, and that's called EBS volumes. We can attach the additional EBS volume up to 30 GB in free tier account, and instances store volume together to our instances. Now we'll move to the next step to add the tags. Then we'll move to the next step to configure the security group. Here it is more important to configure the inbound and outbound role. As I told you before that security group is a set of firewall rules that control the traffic for our instance. We need to create here a new security group, then we'll give it a name and description. We can add a rule to allow the specific traffic to reach the created instance. Here I will add the rule for RDP via TCP protocol through the port 3389 and from any source, and for all TCP through 0 to 65535 port can get access from any source. I am going to allow it for SSH or for remote desktop. Now we have done with all the settings and we'll go to review all settings before launch it. When we launch the instance, then it will ask for to create a new key pair. A key pair consists of a public key that AWS stores and a private key files which we store after create a new one. The both keys together allow us to connect to the instance securely. As I am going to launch the Windows AMI, the private key file is required to download and to get the password used to log into the instance. And for Linux AMIs, The private key file allows to securely SSH into the instance. Just download the private key here to store it in secure drive and go to launch it now. The instance is launching now and will get the notification of estimated charges on AWS will exceed the free usage tier and amount which we have defined in billing alert. Now click on view instance to check the status. Here you can see all the details like instance type, instance state, status, availability zones, public DNS, public IP, and many more related to this instance. You can name here the key name of the server name easily. The same you can see below as well in details. Under security tab, you can see the IAM role, the security groups, inbound and outbound roles. Under networking, you will get the details about the public IP address, private IP address, public DNS, private DNS, virtual private cloud ID. Under storage, you will get to know about the root device name, type, block devices, its volume ID, volume size, and many more related to storage. Under status checks option, we'll see the system status and the instance status. Right now, we can see that is initializing. We have to wait till it is up and status check passed. Now we will go to connect this Windows AMI through RDP client, and for this we require a remote desktop client software. We can download it from here only. We just need to click here to download the remote desktop file. We can use the following details to connect the instance. We can get the password here. Just click on it to see how we can do this. On the new Windows, we need that private key file which we have downloaded few minutes back to encrypt the password. Just browse it and from the stored path select that key pair. Then go for decrypt the password. You will get a new decrypted password which can be used to connect the instance from RDP client software. Let's see how we can do this now. Copy the password and run the RDP client file. It will prompt for the administrator password here. We have to paste the copied decrypted password and then click on OK. We are connecting to the instance and there we are in Windows Server 2019 instance. You can get the EC2 instance public DNS name on which we have connected. It is configuring and personalize the profile. Once it is done, will be there in server. Click on these PC properties to check the Windows Edition and system processor, RAM, type. We get this instance with Windows activation. That is most important. Now we will see the C drive storage, that is the volume with 30 GB. Here on desktop screen you can get more details about this instance like hostname, instance ID, public and private IP address, instance type or size, availability zones on which architecture this instance is running, and the total amount of memory. We can see now the Amazon internet speed, how much we are getting from AWS instance. Just to go on speedtest.net and run it. Here you can see that Mumbai, as I am accessing this instance in Mumbai region, and Amazon public IP address. Wow, we are getting more than 300 Mbps for download and upload. That's too good to say. Close this Internet Explorer and I would like to see the server manager. Open it and there we are in server manager dashboard. The roles and servers group looks good. To see the computer name, work group, last install updates and all like operating system version, hardware information, processors, RAM and total disk space can see under local server. You can get the details of all servers here. Once you install more than one instance, then you can get those all information over here and even can see all events below to this. Under file and storage services, you can get the details about the volumes and disk. From the manage option, here you can get to add rules and features, remove rules and features, can add the servers, create server groups. From tools option, you can get many more components and services to manage it. Here we have done with how to create the new EC2 instance and learn about the EC2 instance type, storage, security groups and many more related to this. See you guys on my next video. Till then, have a great day and bye bye.